What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, GGFOREX here, and on today's video I have exciting news, okay? I have passed my 10k challenge. For those of you who didn't know about my 10k challenge, I did a post on my socials. This is when I was dark on YouTube. I wasn't dark on it, but I wasn't on it, alright? I was keeping you guys up to date on my socials, so if you guys want to stay up to date, the links are down below to follow me on socials, so they are there, so don't feel like I'm holding back on you. Even though I was on YouTube. But regardless, okay? So I have passed my 10k challenge. You guys are thinking, why are you doing a 10k challenge? Well, here's a post I did on my Instagram. And the reason why I'm doing this, guys, as well is because those were two 10k accounts. Now, I tell my team why I do two accounts rather than one account at the same time, but the mindset of doing a lower funded account is so much easier to do because you haven't invested that much money. For me to do one 10k account cost me 80 quid. All right, cool. You pass the challenge, you get a payout, and then you reinvest that money into buying a high challenge. So I'm going to use this 10k challenge to buy a 200k challenge. I'm going to use that 200k challenge to buy another 200k challenge. But I don't care if I fail the 200k challenge because it's money I never had in the first place. I'm just reinvesting the profits because trading is a business. Right, your mindset is going to be so much stronger knowing that if you fail this challenge, you're not going to lose $1,000 that you can't afford. You're going to lose 80 quid, just a tank of fuel. So when you see all these people go, oh, I'll go for a 200k challenge straight away or a £1 million challenge straight away where you spend thousands. Why? Just build up to it. If you've got a strategy and you're consistent, it doesn't matter. It just adds an extra month on. Right, so in that video, that makes sense, right? So why would you spend hundreds of dollars, let's say, for a $100,000 account, right? Why would you spend $500 to take a $100,000 challenge and risk it? And especially if you guys are in here and you haven't got that much money to spend anyway, but you kind of need to have money to sort of get yourself out of situations again. I know that's a lot of reasons why people fail in trading, but again, that's also the reasons why people want to get into trading at the same time. So it's kind of like a double whammy. It's like, I need to make money, but because you need to make money, your mindset is screwed for your process of actually being able to trade properly, right? That's going to mess you up. That's what I teach my team every week, every Thursday. We go live on a call and we go over mindset, even though that's basically throughout the whole week we do it, but specifically, there we go, Thursday is mindset day, all right? Even though I bash them in the head with a brick every bloody day, okay? So, why would you spend that much money, have that risk, have the fear of losing $500 in a challenge? Why don't you just have a cheaper challenge where you spend like 80 quid, which I say in the video is like a tank of fuel, right? Spend 80 quid and then use those profits to pay for the 100k. So now you've spent money you never had in the first place. So you haven't got that mindset issue of, oh my God, I'm going to lose 500 quid, because you haven't, because if you're going to lose 80 quid, you lose 80 quid every week by putting fuel in your car, right? So that's how I see it. And obviously I was suggesting doing two challenges at the same time. Reasons being, this is going to explain the title of the video. Why do two challenges at the same time? Why do two 10k challenges at the same time? One, there's only a certain amount of risk you can take per day. Right? So let's say you had 8 trades you want to take a day. You only have 5% drawdown on both challenges. That means you can realistically only take 4 trades per account, right? 4 trades per account with 1% risk per trade, right? So if you have 8 setups, you can't take them all and you don't know which ones are going to win, right? Because again, you don't control the outcome. You just have swings, you take the trade. So with 2 accounts, you can put 4 trades on each account, right? And still stay within the daily drawdown limits. Or you can just focus on one until you pass it and focus on the other one when you've done that one, right? So you can just focus on one and let's say you blow it up, right? Let's say you destroy it. This is why I'm not a fan of linking accounts as well, right? Why would you link accounts? It adds more risk. That will probably be for another video. Let me know in the comment box below if you want to see that, right? But why would you, let's say you're going to focus on one, and you blow it up. Now I've got another one. You got another one immediately, right? So you haven't got that fear of like going through the process or paying or whatever, right? So you can go through one, blow one up, and it doesn't affect the other one. So now you've got the other one still to trade with, right? You come back with a clear mindset, clear state of mind, and you can continue forwards. Or there's another benefit, which is, let's say you pass one, you can got the other one, or let's say you're both funded, right? Let's say you're both funded and this is the situation. So when you pass one, let's say you do great in the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks, you make 10%, right? You balled out, you somehow got a massive run, you're now at 10%. Well, instead of being in fear of losing that 10%, you've now put your payment process through. It's going to take 3 to 5 business days for that payments to come through, right? But if you still see other opportunities, okay, you can still take it on the other account, right? So it works even better when you're funded also to have 2 of the same accounts rather than just 1, because 1, when you're processing the payments, you're not missing out on opportunities. 2, you know you've already bagged that payment in your account. That payment of whatever it is, 80% of whatever you just done, is in your account within 5 days. So your mindset's already golden. So you're not as if you go, right, I've made 10% in the first 2 weeks, and now I'm scared of losing. I'm hesitating. I'm not following my rules because of fear of loss. Blah 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 blah. You're not going to be like, oh, if I just didn't trade for the next 2 weeks, which you won't anyway because your mindset, but you'll kick yourself when you have lost. Let's say you're up 10% and now you're only up like 3% or 4%. Like, why didn't I just not trade, right? You're always going to have that conversation in your head. You're always going to beat yourself up. You know, been there, done that. So it helps you out on both ways. So when you're trying to get a funded account, you got double the odds with half the risk, right? Because you got twice as many chances, right? And you're still going by the daily drawdown limits for both accounts, okay? And the other advantages are when one's being processed and you can't trade it anymore, but you know you're getting a payout, you got another one to go through. Or if one gets blown up, it doesn't affect the other one, right? So it's doubling your odds of passing a challenge without doubling the risk. That's how you need to see it. That's what I did, right? So I was doing my 10K challenges, right? I did 2 of them. One, annoyingly, lost because I didn't lose the overall drawdown, but I lost through equity, which is so annoying, but it's a thing, okay? If prop firms didn't do equity drawdown, right, and did actual real loss drawdown, which makes sense, right? Because I was only down 3.6% loss on the account. Well, I was not lost, but like drawdown on the account. 3.6% was like a balanced drawdown, but I went over the equity drawdown by like $4, $5 or something ridiculous like that. But anyway, that's their rules. It didn't work out. That was one account done. I've still got the other account. The other account passed. Here's the certificate. Okay, so that's the certificate to prove that I've passed. Now I've got to wait till Sunday today, so they're probably not going to email me my credentials over till tomorrow, so Monday. Then I have the funded account, and now that account is going to fund a 50K account with Lark Funding. So you're going to see the whole process from doing a 10K account to pay for a 50K account, 50K account to pay for maybe $250,000 or $500,000 account, and then the $500,000 account to pay for the $1 million account. Okay, this is going to be a cool process, a series of using funded accounts to work your way up the long way, the slow way. But again, this only works when you have a consistent, profitable strategy. This probably isn't going to work if you're just like one hitting it, hoping for the best, getting funded, and then blowing it up, right? You kind of need to have like an actual strategy in place, a system in place where you're disciplined and you follow it and it's tested and proven over time. Because obviously this is why I feel like people do like the really big challenges once. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you just pay for the cheaper challenges and use those challenges to pay for the more expensive challenges, right? It's probably because they know that they probably can't pass these challenges back to back, if that makes sense. Like they can't be consistent for more than maybe 4 months. So maybe you have a bad couple months in a row. I don't know the situation, but it just doesn't make sense to me to pay $7,000 to do a £1 million challenge when you could spend $400 to take a 50K challenge, use that money to pay for a $3,500 challenge with the payouts profits from the 50K challenge, right? So let's, for example, say that you pay $400, right? Bear in mind, this is paying $80 or 80 quid to pay for a 10K challenge using that money, right? Let's say you make 10%. I'm going to use 10% or across the board because that's what you need to do to pass the challenges in the first place, okay? So you make 10%, you get 80% payout. That means 800 quid comes your way, right? $800 comes your way. Well, for me to take a 50K challenge with Lark Funding, that's going to cost me $400, right? So I've taken my $800 from True Forex funds to go to Lark Funding to pay for a $50,000 challenge. Let's say I make 10%, that's $5,000. I take 75% out of that. Oh God, now I gotta do maths. Okay, so let's say you make, I didn't use the computer at all to figure out the maths. I definitely did it with my brain. Okay, so $5,000, you make 10%, which is $5,000 of a $50,000 challenge, right? You get 75% payout split, because that's how it is with Lark Funding. You get 75%, not 80%. So you get $3,750 back. Cool. All right. Well, to take a $500,000 challenge, it is $3,500, right? So now you have a little bit of money for yourself, a little bit of pocket money, get some sweets, right? And then you take $3,500 to do the $500,000, right? You do the $50,000 on the $500,000. You keep 37.5 grand. You keep the rest in your pocket. You pay 7,000 to do the 1 million, right? So by the time you get to 1 million, you've got $1 million challenge or account. You got $500,000. That's 1.5 million. Then you got $50,000 account, and you got $10,000 account, right? Pretty much the $10,000 is going to be a just hoon it one, because it really doesn't make any sense, but it's maybe good to test stuff on. Maybe that could be a test account, really. But with Lark Funding, you've now got 1.55 million. If that makes sense. Yeah, 1.5. Let's call it 1.5 mil, right? That is what you've got to trade with. So you've taken a small amount and you've used your skills to leverage it into higher positions, rather than just risk a lot of money straight away and hope for the best. You know you've got a skill, so now you're letting that skill work for you, and you're just leveraging it again and again. So when you're at 1.5 mil, just do another mil challenge. Have $3 million accounts. Why not? Trade them separately. Exactly how I said with the 10K. Use one. If it goes wrong, you still got two more. Use the other one, right? There's no stress at all. So yeah, that is the situation. I hope this video has made sense. And I'm doing a weekly video. Who would have thought that? But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you want my help, then join the GGFOREX group down below. The Facebook link is there, and then there is instructions on there, because the first video that I'm teaching the people who want to take action is actually gone live now, and they're watching that video. Just getting nuggets, okay? So love you all. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.